Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to episode 2 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and today we're going to see York City take on Chorley and Spennymoor in the Vanarama National North. Now, since you were last with us, we have been unbeaten in the league. We've been absolutely on fire. Only one of the games that we've played since the last episode we have failed to win, and we drew. So, when you last saw us, we beat AFC Telford 2-0 in our first game of the season. We then followed that up with a 2-1 win at Blythe Spartans, away from home, and then another away win against Bradford Park Avenue. The game we did draw was against Darlington at home. We were 1-0 up in that game. We scored 26 minutes in, and it was a last-minute equaliser from Darlington that meant that we shared the points with them there. We then beat Nuneaton 2-0 at home. We beat Southport 1-0 away from home. And then in our last game, we absolutely thumped FC United of Manchester 3-0 at home. So, as things stand, we sit at the top of the Vanarama National League North on 19 points, a goal difference of plus 11. We're only 1 point ahead of Kidderminster. And that 1 point is the difference is that draw that we had against Darlington, who are currently in 7th place. So we can understand a draw against them. Although we beat AFC Telford on the first game of the season, and they're in 6th. So read into that what you will. Let's have a look at the transfers. We've not been many. I will let you know there's not been many. There's only been the one, and that is Billy Painter has joined us on a free transfer. He's 33 years old, he's English, he's a striker, 3.5-star current and potential ability, he's a target man. He will be, as things stand, probably first choice ahead of John Parkin, who has been struggling to find fitness since the start of the season. So Billy Painter, let's have a look at his career. He played for Hartlepool last season, made 21 appearances and only scored 4 goals, which is exactly the same as his... Why have they duplicated him? They've duplicated I think that's a glitch there. Anyway, he's played for Hartlepool for 2 seasons. The season before that he played 32 games and scored 14 goals. But he's had loads of experience in higher leagues. The height of his career had to probably be his championship days with Doncaster, Brighton and Leeds. Also with Hull and Southend. So we've gained a player with loads of league experience, dropping down for the first time ever into the lowest playable league in English football. So hopefully he should score an absolute bundle of goals for us this season and propel us into the Vanarama National League. So yeah, he's our only transfer so far. I am still looking for more players to bring in, but I'm finding it hard to find players that want to come to York City, and any decent players, to be honest, because I don't want to just sign players for the hell of it. We do need a few more midfielders, because of the formation we play is very heavy on the central midfielders, and we do lack some decent ones. But the ones we've got are playing well at the moment, so that's good. We've had a few injuries as well, which has meant that our squad has thinned out slightly. So yeah, we need to get some more players in to act as cover for when we get the injuries, because we have had a few injuries, and I'll go through those when we get up to the starting 11 for the first game against Chorley. In fact, we'll get there now. So our starting 11 for the game against Chorley are Simpson in goal, Ferguson, Sakar, Ben Sheriff and Law at the back. A midfield of Newton, Rowe and Wharton, with Moke playing in just behind Parkin and Edmondson. Edmondson has been on fire for us this season so far. He's scored 5 goals in his first few games, including, I think there was a hat-trick in there somewhere. Ryan Edmondson. According to my coaches, he's actually our 6th best striker, and he's actually our top goal scorer at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, obviously Andy Collett, our goalkeeping coach, isn't the best one to look at that. Look at our director of football. Director of football still thinks he's 6th best striker. So, you know, that obviously shows that my staff aren't the best. He's actually part of our under-23s squad. I'm going to put him into the senior squad because he has been scoring some absolutely unbelievable goals. Let's have a look at his form. Where does he get form on this? Okay, so he's not scored any hat-tricks for us, but he scored in pre-season. He got a goal and an assist in the opening game of the season. He then scored 2 goals against Bradford Park Avenue and then 2 goals against FC United of Manchester. And his average ratings, I mean, they've been a bit hit and miss, to be fair. I mean, he's had a 7.7, an 8.8 and an 8.8, but other than that, when he's played and hasn't scored, he's only been averaging a 6.5, 6, you know, so he's 6.5 isn't a good. If we can have more of these performances, the 7+s, then he'll be our best striker all season and could potentially score 30 goals for us this season. But we shall see. Hopefully he will, and then somebody will come in and pay us a lot of money for him. So as things stand, Ryan Edmondson is our top goal scorer, highest average rating on 7.47. We've got Moke, who's on top for assists with 3, and he's also on top for pass completion. And Ryan Edmondson's top on most Player of the Match awards. I also picked up the Manager of the Month for August because we were unbeaten in 7 games, which is fantastic considering how we started the last 2 series on this game. You know, I obviously should have done this first. So anyway, on to the match against Chorley. Also, I forgot to mention, on the bench we've got Connolly, Haswell, Rankin, Watson and Painter. Painter's still not at full fitness yet. He's at full physical fitness, but his match sharpness isn't good. So we will bring him on during the games, try and build his match fitness. And then eventually he will take over from Parkin, because Parkin has not been very good so far this season. If we look at his form chart, you know, he's been more consistent than Edmondson, but he's not been consistently good. So we will hopefully bring Painter in, who will be a bit more consistent and less injury prone. Talking of injuries, we have Heslop on an injury. He will be back in 6 to 9 days, being treated for concussion. And Morgan Smith, who's been out for 2 to 6. He's out for 2 to 6 weeks, which is why Edmondson got the nod in the first place to come into the first team. And he's taken his chance. So we'll get on with the first game. And for once, the 4-3-1-2 is working for me in this game. As you will have seen if you watched the other 2 series that failed, I couldn't get the 4-3-1-2 to work, and it's my go-to formation, always has been. We'll say go out there and carry on from where you finished in the last match, pick up where you left off. And I am persisting with the 2D because it just runs slightly better. I am looking into getting a better computer this year with a better processor so that I can run the 3D match engine in episodes so that you get a better viewing experience. It's purely because the processor I have in my laptop at the moment isn't strong enough to render the 3D match engine and run the recording software in the background, and I am aware we've just gone 1-0 down. A lumped ball over the top on the break, only 2 defenders back. It was just poor defending. But even with that goal conceded, we're still top on goal difference. Our goal difference is immensely better than practically everybody in the league so far. At the moment, Chorley have just scored again. Where are Chorley in the league? I'm not going to even look at their replay. Where are Chorley in the league? Chorley are 16th in the league as things stand. How are they beating us 2-0 when we've beaten everybody this season, apart from Darlington? Looks like we've been given a penalty. Chance to get back into this now. Who's taking it? Newton with the penalty, and he scores. It's now 2-1. We're only 42 minutes in, so we've got plenty of time to get that equaliser and then get a winner. He was actually quite lucky to score that. It was quite close to the keeper there. But, you know, it went in. I don't care. And Chorley is still passing it round us as if we're not even there. And they've just scored a 3rd goal. What is going on? We've outplayed every team this season so far. I'm putting it on control to see if that makes a difference. I mean, I know we're away from home, but we've got more of the possession. They've had more shots than we have, and every single shot on target has resulted in a goal. Hopefully in the second half we can do better. Where's the passion, lads? A bit more of that. We need to score early in the second half. I mean, as things stand, we will still be top on goal difference, but that will mean that we've lost our unbeaten run of 7 games so far, and I don't want that to happen. We've got a highlight, and it's a highlight for Chorley. Hopefully we can hit him on the break from that save. Come on, Simpson, lump it up there. Moke takes control of it, goes out wide, plays it into Wharton, who plays it out to Edmondson, back to Moke, Law on the wing, and it was a poor ball from him, trying to find Edmondson. And now Chorley are going to break on us again. What is Simpson doing? What the hell was he doing? He tried to run to it, half-hearted it, and then just stopped, and it was an awful piece of goalkeeping. I mean, I know he's only young, but that was just ridiculous. If you're going to come for it, make sure you... And now Ben Sheriff have just scored an own goal. It's all just gone wrong. Simpson wasn't even looking, and Ben Sheriff paid the ball back to him. I mean, that was just... It wasn't even funny. And now Chorley are breaking on us again. And that's 6-1. Right, I'm getting fed up of this now. Everybody's being awful. Painter's coming on for Parkin. He's done absolutely nothing. Do we have a replacement right back? We do not. Just going to the proper tactics screen. Suka's coming off. And Haswell's coming on for Rowe. What does he want to be? A central midfielder on support. He wants to be a ball-winning midfielder. So he can be. How can we lose 6-1 to a team like Chorley? It's been... Every single goal of theirs has been exactly the same. And because we're losing 6-1, we're now dropping down to second because our goal difference has gone from 10 to 6. It would have been actually 11 to 6. I mean, one of their players has scored a hat-trick, one scored 2 goals, and then there's the own goal from Ben Sheriff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Edmondson with the ball loses out, and then they play a lumped ball over the top again, and Simpson actually saves it. But they play the ball back in, and that's 2 of their players now that have got hat-tricks. I mean, what are our defenders doing? Hughes was completely unmarked in our penalty area. I need to go out and buy all new defenders and a new goalkeeper. Edmondson's had a 5.8 rating today. Well, he's not really done anything, so that makes sense. Law's been awful, and it's finished 7-1. I mean, what the hell was that? We're going to come back for the Spennymoor game. Hopefully, we can get a bit of a better result against them. I mean, anything other than 7-1 will be nice. Right, okay, I just realised that I didn't actually record any of that second match against Spennymoor, but to be honest, you'll be glad you didn't see it. It was the same thing all over again. Spennymoor beat us 3-0. We were thumped away from home again. That has put us down to second and put our goal difference down to only plus. So I really don't know what to do. I haven't changed anything because it was working. You can see here that we were dominating everything. And in the last 2 games, things have just gone completely bonkers. We're going to play quite a few games before we come back. I think we're going to come back maybe at the beginning of November. In fact, no, we're going to come back for the Salford game. Hopefully we've brought a few more players in by then, and we'll be back to winning ways, because we were playing fantastically well up until I won the Manager of the Month award. So we'll see what happens when we come back. If you enjoyed that, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe for more Football Manager 18 content, and thank you very much for watching.